Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another game from the round of 16. It's going to be LRM Choosy versus Zero, or ZZZero. And here we go. It's going to be a PvZ. After this, I will be doing Zaraki versus Dre, aka Andre, aka, what is he listed as in the brackets? He's listed as Bubble Bobble. but apparently that is Dre. So, in the 12 o'clock, we do have the Polish Zerg player, ZZZero. And in the bottom right, we do have LRM Choosy, the Red Protoss. What am I doing? P4Z12, colors are red and orange. Alright, good. So it looks like we just have some friendly banter between these guys. I believe they're both Polish, so that is the language that they are speaking that I have no idea what they're talking about. And we do have a pylon at the front. Probably just going to be a Forge Fast Expand from Choosy. Choosy, of course, another one of those guys that plays both sides of ZVP. It's funny because it seems that most race pickers are Zerg players who pick PvZ. Is that right? Yes, I think that's what I want to say. But I mean, because Dragon does that. He plays ZVP and PvZ. Choosy does this. Who else does this? I know somebody else does it. Whatever. I can't think of it now. Anyway, looks like Choosy, he's gonna go block the hatchery, and Zero tried to block him from blocking the hatchery. So Zero tried to do a little bit of a Sicilian merchanting right there. But Meemaw has just planted his spawning pool anyway, so I believe that's just a 12 pool. Which is fine, and he's gonna get his hatchery down. Actually, is that faster than a 12 pool? That might just be an overpool or something like that. Looks like Choosy a little bit upset. They didn't block it. Me micro Gosu. Very nice. And Forge being made here. This is kind of a funny wall, and I'm not sure how he's gonna complete this wall. Put the gateway here, but then he has a really wide gap on the left side. I think Choosy might have misplaced the pylon actually. If the pylon was one hex to the left, I think it would be better. But, I probably would mess up a wall on this map as well. I haven't played Aztec too many times. So yeah. Can't really fault him for that. Meanwhile, Zero is taking the mineral only as his third base here. Which is obviously the safest base to take, but in ZVP a gas base is a lot nicer, I think. And oh, he's actually gonna let a probe in here despite having 6 lings out, so not the best circumstance for Zero, but that's fine. He's not doing anything cheesy or crazy anyway. And yeah, he's just gonna put the gateway on top and make 2 cannons like this. It's not the worst wall in the world. The cannons are behind the gateway in the forge, and it's tight. I'm pretty sure along here. So even though the gap is a little bit wide, I think it's still an okay wall. And meanwhile, the Overlord is gonna see the probe transfer. And extractor's finishing. Guys being sent to the natural. Looks like we have a pretty standard opening. Overlord from Zero is gonna go hide here at the main. And I hear oh no, it's actually a cannon. I thought that might have been a Dragoon, but no. That would be a little bit too fast. The cybernetic score has actually only just started for Choosy. Probe still running around in the main. No lair just yet. Did he make it somewhere else? He has enough money for a lair. Okay, looks like he's actually going to make the lair at his third base here at the mineral only. So Choosy will not be able to see exactly when that was started. But as long as he doesn't see any, any Hydroden or any craziness going on in the main base, he should suspect that there's a lair being made somewhere. Meanwhile, yet another probe is moving out here, so Choosy actually sending out a lot of probes to scout. And just now taking a second gas. It's fine. He's got a Stargate. Should add a Citadel in a little bit. And I'm just looking at just from the minimap. It seems that the original probe scout died, and this one's actually going to get blocked. No! Zero actually messing up the Ling block on the ramp there. That's actually quite a silly mistake to make. And oh man, look at that messing up yet again. Wow. Man, this guy is not good at blocking ramps, I'm afraid. He might be an amazing player otherwise, but he does not know how to block those ramps, man. But I think he is not going to get the probe. Probe does see another hatchery though, and is going to move down here towards... No, it's just going to die. Alright. It is just going to die. In the meantime, we have a couple extra gateways and the Citadel, as expected. This gateway placement looks a little bit funky though. And by funky I mean it looks like it might be bad. I need to actually see how this base turns out looking, but it looks not so bad. Or not so good rather. In the meantime, we do have a Corsair moving out. So now it's going to see a third base at the minute only. And I don't think he'll be too surprised. I think judging from what he did see with the probes, he would expect a third base somewhere with a lair. But now that just confirms it, and so he's going to go for some Overlord kills. I think he will get at least one here. Where's the Spire? There's a Hydra Den, and okay, there's a Spire. Yeah, so actually, I think he'll get two, in fact. Perhaps three. 2 or 3 Overlord kills here, which is quite nice. It's actually quite a fast Corsair. And yep, there goes the first one. The second one is being attacked now. The Spire is still not quite done. Okay, so perhaps only just 2. But 2 is certainly very nice for someone who just made 1 or 2 Corsairs. Looks like we have an Evolution Chamber doing a bit of SimCity here at the mirror only. And can these guys get this third one? The Scourge is morphing, but now there's 2 Corsairs attacking it, so I think they will actually get a third Overlord here. And that's going to annoy Zero a little bit. Indeed, there it goes, but I think Choosy should just run away with these now, because Scourge are about to pop. Uh-oh, he could lose both these Corsairs. He could have gotten a little bit too brave, but no, look at that amazing reaction time by Choosy. Is he actually going to lose these? Zero is going for the sandwich. He's going for the sandwich. Oh, messes it up, the sandwich. Oh, man. I don't know how they make sandwiches in Poland, but they're definitely different from the ones I'm used to making. Anyways, results moving out. Looks like we actually have a double evolution chamber. I don't know if that's intentional to get both to get double upgrades, or he's just using that for SimCity. It's quite a nice SimCity, but it looks like there was a little bit of a gap. The Zealots are going to move in here. They're actually going to run around the top side of the tree, and more Zerglings are coming in though. So I think Zero will be fine here. Although no, the Zealots are doing a lot of damage. They do actually have +1 already. And both Sunkens will go down, but so will most of the Zealots, and now some Hydras are coming in, so I think Zero will be absolutely fine. By the way, look at this weird creep formation. It's just like, what the heck just happened there? I don't know. Meanwhile, however, Choosy is in fact taking a third base here at the minute only. So he's going to go up to even bases with the Zerg, which is ideal for Protoss. Well, I guess ideal is having more bases in the Zerg, but, you know, between 2 good players. Having even bases PvZ is good for Le Protoss. Meanwhile, 2 random Zealots just checking things out, I assume. It's not just a misrally. No, they're actually going back now. Excuse me. So we have 61 supply against 64. 1 Ling is just going to come down. Okay, looks like 1 Ling going to chill at the front, and the other Ling, I believe, was intended to come and scout the space, but looks like he didn't quite click in the right spot on the mini-map. And some Zealots moving in, going to take down some Hydras. Looks like some Lurkers are morphing. They're going to be just in time, actually, to defend against these Zealots. So, Choosy is going to have to run away with these. Oh, loses a couple in the Skewer, and oh, actually tries to snipe the Lurker before it burrows. It actually was just one shot away from death, I believe, so that's quite lucky. But Zero is actually floating a little bit high on the minerals, whereas Choosy is conversely floating a little bit high on the gas, which, I mean, that's more easily solvable, as you can just make a handful of High Templar and then all his gas will disappear. In the meantime, Mr. DT has actually sniped that lurker. That was quite nice, and is going to force the rest of the units back. We do have the inside expansion actually being taken by Zero right now. So Zero going up to 4 bases, but Choosy's third base is up already. I like this a lot, by the way, leaving the High Templar along with cannons. That High Templar, having 1 or 2 storms there in addition to the cannons is actually so crucial, especially in defending like a handful of Hydras or something like that. Anyway, +2 is actually almost finished now, so Choosy doing a good job with his upgrades. Meanwhile, he's still only on 5 gateways in total though. He's getting Templar energy now, and what is this? He's made 4 DTs. He's going for a drop, I think. Indeed, he is. He's actually got a second shuttle queued up here. I don't know if is that a mistake, or is that... I guess it's not a mistake, but to have a double shuttle play, that's kind of crazy. It's actually quite funny because, I mean, I recently saw an interesting game that Choosy played. Actually, I believe it was in last week's Gosu Cup, where Choosy played a game against Bakuryu, and he went for... Where the heck did that shuttle go? I'm like looking for the shuttle. Okay, there it is. Where Choosy played a PVZ against Bakuryu, and did like a 3DT 1 High Templar drop, and Bakuryu just saw it and killed it and did like almost no damage. So yeah, I'm not sure how that's going to work, but it looks like Zero is going for an attack here. He needs a storm, a nice storm on the incoming Hydras. Where's the rest of the army, though? He needs the army. Where's the army? Oh, man, that was not a good storm, but where's the units? What is Choosy doing? He needs the units. He's got 2 shuttles, but, dude, your third base is going down, and oh, man, it looks like he's going to lose the base. He's going to lose all the probes as well as the High Templar. Not good. And where's the observer, dude? Oh, man, he's no observer. Choosy has no observer. Choosy could actually be in a lot of trouble right now against Zero. He's going to have to do massive damage with that DT drop. He's lost. He's losing everything. I don't know why he's still going in with no observer. He's bringing the shuttle in. It's an empty shuttle, though. It's completely useless. I don't know what he's doing. Choosy, what are you doing? The shuttle is on the way to the main base. But he's going to have to do some sick damage right now. And looks like Dragoon range is not even done yet. He's getting another gateway, finally getting some observers out, but he does have a 40T drop in the main, and how much damage can this do? There's no overlords nearby. However, luckily for Zero, he actually morphed his lair at his third. So, you know, at the very least, he will not lose his lair, but he's going to lose a lot of drones here, and a decent amount of tech. He's going to lose his Spire and his spawning pool. It looks like App's just not aware of what's going on in his main base, losing every single drone there, but he is taking out this third base. His third Nexus is actually somehow still alive, but that's not going to be the case for much longer. One storm on this Templar, but it looks like Choosy was paying attention to something else, and indeed, the 40Ts are just going to completely demolish, completely level the main base of the Zerg, so it's a base for a base here, an eye for an eye. Choosy adding a couple more gateways, but Zero is actually taking the 3 o'clock as well, and now the DTs are going to get cleaned up, but they did take down everything important in the main. And wow, DTs are pretty good. Oh man, annihilating all those Lings and Hydras as well as killing all the stuff in the main. Man.